Hello, welcome to Quarantine Content. We're still in lockdown. To be fair, it hasn't changed much since we finished recording 5 minutes ago. You can check out that video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about...
Another pop vinyl.
Yes, we have a lot of them.
We do.
There are a lot of stories behind them. Like, we don't really buy pop vinyls just for the absolute sake of it. We buy ones which are relevant to us, and that means they come with stories, so that's convenient. This one, from a fantastic movie. You can't see it really there.
Captain Marvel, which I really enjoyed, and I don't care what the haters say, because most of them took a quote from Brie Larson out of context and twisted it and made it seem like she was just hating on men when she wasn't.
Oh my god, women in strong power, man. The funny thing is, the film itself, it does parallel what people do in real life, where she's like, I'm not going to bring myself down to your level. If I could beat you, I'm going to beat you. Yeah. She's also a awesome person. Like the whole story of her and Samuel Jackson on set with the lightsaber.
Yeah, and also let's not forget that Captain Marvel had a bomb ass soundtrack.
What were you going to say for a second? But yeah, no, fantastic movie, and obviously it does play a very important role to the cinematic universe as a whole. So yeah, that's the wrong video. That is the Monster Energy Drink Taste Test. You can find that on my channel.
I'm thirsty and I had a migraine earlier. Leave me alone.
Oh, I love you. Yeah, so it obviously plays a very important role in the cinematic universe as a whole, not just for Endgame, because we find out about the Tesseract and sort of where it happened between Captain Marvel and Avengers.
But leading on to this pop vinyl, we also found out how Nick Fury actually lost an eye.
Is that a disappointment or not? I don't know.
I think it was quite funny. I think people were hoping it was going to be some big dramatic thing, and it wasn't. And I think in a way that's better.
It's like last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye, and it's like, yeah, you trusted a little kitten, the cutest little cat, known as Goose.
Yes, but he's not actually a cat.
He's a flurkin.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely hilarious. Well, it was the Skrulls who were like, they knew what it was.
Yes.
And they were terrified.
But we got this one. It's he's got all his, I don't know what are they even classed as? Tentacles that come out of his mouth.
We're opening it.
Holding the Tesseract, which glows in the dark.
I don't know how well it glows in the dark, but there is one slight issue with this pop vinyl.
It's got too much weight to one side, so it doesn't actually stand up. So it's one of the ones we're keeping in a box for now.
It is quite horrifying. Like, properly disturbing. It's probably because of how the pop vinyl is designed, but you can see where some of its teeth sort of like protrude out. Whatever happened to Goose, though?
I don't know. I want Goose to come back.
I'm going to assume that it's on the ship with the rest of the Skrulls as a pet.
Maybe.
But it's something that's able to literally swallow an Infinity Stone and, survive.
So it's pretty boss.
Yeah.
But for such a terrifying creature, that is a very cute pop vinyl.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you can get, I believe it's on the back, yeah?
What, normal Goose?
Yeah, like Goose the cat, which is like, is it a tabby cat?
I'm not really sure what kind it is. I'm not really that knowledgeable on cat types, but
People, they can tell you the exact
breed of the dog, but when it comes to cats, you're like, this
is
colour.
My ginger cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
exceptions to some of the obvious breeds though, like ragdolls and
the naked cats, the furler ones.
Sphinx.
Ew, they think they're horrible.
Some people like them.
I don't want to meet people who like Sphinx cats. Not to insult you if you have one, but they are not attractive cats in any capacity. But Captain Marvel is definitely a brilliant film.
Yeah.
And obviously her role in Endgame, a lot of people will be like, oh, why can't we have more Captain Marvel as a part of this? And it's like, because she's actually busy, and a lot of people still call the film out for not having be a major role. because she points out that she's busy saving other planets,
Yeah.
which, you know, but that's seen at the end.
And obviously she may have been from Earth originally, but she spent most of what she can remember elsewhere, so I don't blame her for helping elsewhere and leaving Earth with the Avengers to protect them when they already had them. You know, like...
But what I'm really hoping, obviously we saw a little bit in Infinity War, then again in Endgame where you saw all the female Avengers group up. In the comic books, Captain Marvel has been known to lead a female-centric Avengers group or something to that degree. A-Force, Alpha Force, has different names. So I want to see that in future.
As somebody who hasn't read the comics, but is very much you know, women's rights and equality, you know, advocate, I would love to see the female characters form a team and take the centre stage, because most of the films have been male centric for now, so we'll see.
I think that, unfortunately, that is a byproduct of when comic books were first a thing. Obviously, initially...
not just that, but like society as a whole.
Yeah. Obviously, initially in comic books, it was male characters, and the male characters were the reason female characters became heroes. Obviously, characters like Rescue, Pepper Potts, it's because of Iron Man, and you got She-Hulk because of the Hulk. And even Captain Marvel was originally a male character, and passed the name on to the Captain Marvel you know now. And unfortunately, for the most part, in the films, to get the audience correct, they sort of have to have the male character take the lead.
Yeah.
Frankly, though, Marvel have done a decent job of correcting some of the less favourable parts of comic book history, like Hank Pym and his wife.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but I've heard like he was quite an abusive husband, was it?
Yeah, domestic abuse was a big part of his character.
So...
And it was done at a time where his character didn't get the comeuppance for being such a person.
That's probably because in real life men didn't get comeuppance for treating their wives like that. This is the thing, is there's staying true to the comics, and there's also evolving and expanding with new societal norms.
Comic books are definitely the place to do it. To start off with, a lot of TV shows and movies aren't willing to take that step out. Comic books have always pushed the front line of the X-Men being the classic example of this, being advocates for, initially obviously was about gay teenagers, and then obviously they all became about LGBTQ and
everybody
racism.
that was different, basically.
Yeah, and comic books are great for that, and the movies are able to reflect that in a much better light, and obviously update origins as appropriate. Because let's face it, Captain America might not be as righteous as he would be in real life, considering when he was born. So you know, the films need to change with the times. I don't think he'd be working with Nick Fury in real life, but I meant in the history of young white men born in that time. But still, this pop vinyl is really neat, really greatly detailed, really freaky, and has to sit in the box until we find a way to actually stand it up. I think one of the biggest issues is the springy neck. The tentacles just drop.
Yeah, I think like there's too much weight on this side, which is what makes it go. Because the other side, at least, it's got the tail and that to support it. But this side, there's nothing to really support it, and it sort of just
Oh, please come back, Goose.
I would like to see Goose.
Has been Captain Marvel 2, which is... They said Captain Marvel 2 is in production, but...
We don't know when any films are going to be released anymore, let's be honest, because most things are being delayed, either because filming's delayed or even pre-production's been delayed, and some stuff it's just... They still want to make the money in the cinema, so they're not going to be putting them out till all this ends, and I don't know how they're going to work that out, though, with every country being on different timescales.
I think it's very much going to be a case of waiting until the Western market opens up. So
yeah, which is where they make the most money, obviously. But it's going to be tricky with America, because obviously that's like where most of the money seems to come from. But all the states are at different levels of lockdown, or some aren't even in really much of a lockdown at all. So we'll see what happens.
I think the final thing to come out just before lockdown properly took over was Umbrella Academy. They said that they were able to finish that.
Yeah, which will be good
Something
to
else.
watch. And The Boys 2, season 2 was it?
That one survived?
I think so.
That's good. I know I saw pictures, I'm not sure what actually happened with that.
There's a couple of things to keep us going that I managed to finish production before this all started, but as for dates of releases for anything,
like, it's a shame because I'm really looking forward to the next set of Marvel films with characters like Captain Marvel 2 and Doctor Strange 2. Multiverse of Madness, was it called?
Something like that, yeah.
Which is going to happen.
And then obviously like a load of new characters that they're going to introduce via the shows on Disney Plus and also the films that are coming out. So what was the one that they had to stop filming and production?
I'm not too sure.
Is it the one with the 10 rings?
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
I don't want to try and guess at the name because I will get it horribly wrong and be slightly.
But yeah, like that one and a couple of others obviously all got delays. Don't know if any of the series for Disney Plus have been delayed. I haven't really seen much news about them recently.
I think they were in final stages, but were finished.
One of them was definitely meant to be starting like early autumn this year. So I imagine that one probably would have already finished filming by now. So hopefully we'll be getting at least one show on Disney Plus this year, if nothing else. But
it's all up in the air. It's quite mental.
Yeah, but I'm very much looking forward to all the Marvel stuff that's due to come out over the next few years.
Yeah, and I think now that they aren't locked in with the Infinity Stones, which is obviously a brilliant saga, it now means that they can step outwards and follow through with a lot of other stories, and especially with the world being so topsy-turvy now, that they could do pretty much anything. Secret Invasion is obviously the big hope for a lot of people. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to stay 2 meters from each other. Check out my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Check out her Instagram and TikTok. The links to all of that will be below if I remember to do it properly. Check out my other videos. Please take care of each other. Stay safe. Stay home. Wash your hands. And until you see you next time, bye for now.